I just got back from the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street about 25 minutes ago, and all I can really say about that movie is just, wow. Um, the movie as a whole is a lot more surprising than what I was expecting. I was really nervous that they were going to mess up the movie because Nightmare on Elm Street is something that you really do not want to mess with at all. But I was pleasantly surprised. They did a really good job with the movie. The scenes were really good. The story made a lot more sense, and they cleared a lot of more things, like how Freddy got into his little pedophile thing with the sexual offending with the kids, and everything was really good. And I do have to say, they did get me a couple of times. There were some places where I was, jumping out of my seat going, holy crap. However, as much as I love this movie, I do have some issues with it, particularly with Freddy. I have nothing against the guy who played him, Jackie Earle Haley. He was fantastic. I mean, he was really great as Krueger. But the looks and how he's acted was kind of a turnoff for me. Here's why I say that. First and foremost, the looks were terrible for me. When I first even saw him fully on screen, I was just sitting there going, what the hell? This was not how I remembered it at all. And I know it's nothing in the revival and the remake is supposed to be a 100% carbon copy of the original, but come on! You can't, his looks did not impress me. I mean, I loved Robert Englund as the original Freddy Krueger. Nobody's gonna beat him, hands down. I mean, as much as Jackie Earle did really, really, he did pretty well, but, I mean, that's one issue that I had, but it was just my opinion, so your opinion might be different. But also, the one thing I really kind of had an issue with Freddy is that he was so serious. The one thing I loved about the original movies with Robert Englund was that Freddy toyed with his victims a lot. I mean, if you've seen, the original movies, you can see, he's got one of the, greatest couple of one-liners that he does just right before the kill. And that's what, for me, that really defines who he is. He's supposed to kind of toy with his victims. And, I mean, I have nothing against Samuel Bayer, the director's vision of the film, but, I kind of wanted that aspect of Freddy to stay in. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, a lot of people have different opinions with Freddy, especially, I mean, I'm kind of spoiled because I've actually kind of seen it, and I know how good Nightmare on Elm Street can be. So, I mean, I came in with some pretty high expectations because, I mean, I saw the original and I loved the original. And, I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the new, remakes and stuff, but, I mean, I've seen how bad they can be. I mean, but I think that was, the only issue I really had with the film was, the looks and kind of the joking around bit. But everything else was fantastic. Rooney Mara, Kevin, or Kyle Gallner, I'm reading this off my iPhone because I don't know who most of these guys are. Sorry. Everybody was really great. I mean, there were some characteristics and changes of character and everybody with the casting, but there were young people, they were really good. I mean, I could really see the message going out. And they also cleared in a lot of stuff, and you see stuff that was, there was some parts that weren't in the original movie, that were basically them at the preschool with Freddy before he got burned and everything. And you didn't see that in the original. I think the only time you really saw Freddy not like what he looked like as what we know him as, was, I think, Freddy vs. Jason, and I think that was only for about, 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe even less. So, I don't really know, but, I mean, there was a lot that I was kind of molded into because of Robert Englund. I mean, they do have a lot of interesting characters in here. I think the one person that really kind of surprised me was Clancy Brown, because, I mean, I have to say, I'm a little young, but, I mean, the only thing I've ever seen Clancy Brown in otherwise than this was SpongeBob. I am not kidding. So this was kind of an interesting thing to see him do something other than a cartoon. But, I mean, as as a whole, it's a lot darker than the original. Samuel Blair has a really good turn on the thing, but, I mean, the original was a lot light, and you felt it was kind of like hanging with your friends and everything, and in this one, you kind of have this little dark premonition that something was going to happen. I mean, but that's kind of the one difference I kind of find. They did have, like, some of the great classic moments from the original films. Tina's death, the claw going between Nancy, like, in the bathtub. Some of the really great and kind of graphic moments. I mean, I thought overall it was really good. I think mostly Freddy was the one reason why I had some issues with it, makes it an 8. I'm going to rate it an 8.5 out of 10. So, I mean, the one advisory for me is, if you do have issues with Freddy, really think about it. Because Freddy, it kind of, for me, made everything, like, big. Because, I mean, Freddy, he was the guy that made New Line on the map, basically. And another thing, I mean, Freddy is seriously the one person that's carrying the whole franchise. For me. All this is my opinion, so you might have something different. Don't judge me. But the whole thing as a whole, overall, I think was really, really good. So that's basically my review. If you have any questions on what you thought of something otherwise, or if you want to say something that has to contradict my thing, or if you have anything to add to that, you can leave it in the comments below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook on the Watching Scary Movies page. You can just do something and just comment on the video. I don't know. If you're not on the Facebook group, the annotation's gonna be right here. And that's it for my first movie review. If you want to see more of this stuff, subscribe. That's gonna be the one reason why I'm gonna keep on doing this. If people are gonna watch it, that's gonna make it good. So that's it, and I'd recommend you keep one eye open tonight. Careful when you fall asleep, because you never know whether or not Krueger's gonna be there or not. But overall, I think it was a good movie, and if you're up for it, I say go for it, because it's really, really good, and it's worth going to. So, have fun.